we an arts town?
When I moved down here from New York City, I went to more art openings in like 6 months than my entire life.
I teach art history, and I have students from, 17 to 60. And if you ask them about the arts, they really, when they come into class, they're coming in clean slate.
I lived in Chicago, I lived in Fort Worth, I lived in California. Greenville is by far the most artistic, not only in pieces, photographed, not only in drawings or paintings, but also architecturally.
I would venture to say that Greenville is an arts town, but South Carolina is not an arts state. And we are struggling because we are not getting that support at the state level that we to do what we need to do at a local level.
I think the community as a whole and also the community leaders are very supportive of the arts community and promoting the arts community, and I think we have a very strong arts community.
It's not about being artistic or an art town, it's about being a creative town.
Besides the people sitting in this room and the cluster of people we all associate with, because we're the choir, I don't know if it really even wants to be an arts town.
It's a creative community.
It's a creative community, but a creative community is different than an arts town.
That the arts bring human understanding. Through the arts, that students often make the connections that they need to make, the human connections to social studies, to geography, and even in science.
Studies showed that the kids, through the arts, did better.
As citizens, if we're not providing the support for that third grader to have an art teacher, I think that we're building on eggshells.
There are lots of folks in Greenville, and probably some that you're talking about, who don't yet understand the value of the arts as far as the impact that an arts education can have on children and how that then flows to the next generation and the next generation.
In order for the arts to grow, it's a matter of the arts being relevant to people. If you start helping people make that connection, that's when you have a critical mass and you're able to really have people with a stronger sense of ownership of the arts in the community.
Art is about tension, exploring that tension and how that makes us human.
But when something has some tension, you respond to it and you talk to your neighbor about it, and whether it's good or not.
I think to create more tension in the Greenville art environment, you need more open spaces. All the spaces are so commodified, or you've got to get on the wait list. There's nowhere for younger, edgier artists to really show their work.
We wanted to put bed sheets over all the statues downtown.
Which ties in with the Day Without Art, which is a thing, December 1st.
So we're going to hide all the art downtown. We were not allowed to do it. If 6 hours of a bed sheet on a statue could actually get somebody offended, that'd be awesome. And then there'd be a discussion and be like, what the hell's going on here?
They're the ones that might be offended, and somebody's making a decision on their behalf that they might be offended. We'll go to those that might be offended and say, gosh, I've got this great idea, but what do you think?
We need to, through some education process, make art, rather than being something tacked on, to make it a foundation principle in people's life through which they live.
Maybe when we present art, we don't just hang it on the wall and walk away and hope people like it, but we create more spaces to react to the art.
The problem is that there's not the outlet for people to learn about these. We can put it on our website, we can put it in email blast, and that's still a small circle.
So it's mixing up the mainstream with what we do and value, so that they're exposed to it and don't feel that it's alien.
I think it's our job to really educate funders that what we do does help eventually get that piece of bread in the child's mouth or keep them off the street and from becoming homeless. Because what we do builds self-esteem and allows them to make meaning in their life so that they will pursue their goals.
We should continually have a conversation about what Greenville as an arts town or a creative town, however we want to define it, looks like and what that means to us.
So I guess the thing I'm the most excited about and most curious is to sort of see where this goes.
You know, and if Greenville gets to the point where it's got this vision in 2025 and it achieves it, then what happens in 2026 too?
I think that the conversation today really brought up kind of the frustrations of the group, but also a celebration of what we've done. I think for me, the next step would be to make sure that as we continue to present all of the great art that we do present here in Greenville, we want to make sure to allow people an opportunity to reflect and discuss the art after they've encountered it, so that we deepen the meaning that they get when they walk away from the art, that they begin to see the relevance of the work in their lives.
I have a dream today